Welcome to Friday Devotional, based on the lectionary for the 12th Sunday after Pentecost. But unfortunately, it's not Friday. It's Sunday night, Sunday evening, about almost 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. Yeah, getting to this kind of late. We were away this week. Got to go see my mom and dad. So this got pushed off because I had other things to do to get ready to go away, like record the service. And so this just kind of ended up on the back burner, and here we are on Sunday evening, looking at the gospel readings, the lectionary readings, looking at the gospel reading for this week, which is, again, the 12th Sunday after Pentecost. Currently, we're working our way through Matthew, and so that's where we find ourselves. Probably about halfway through the season after Pentecost, heading toward Christ the King, which is the last Sunday of the church year. Occurs usually the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and then Advent. So we'll probably get through most of Matthew by the time we arrive there. But tonight we end up with this particular reading. We're in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 16. Verses 13 through 20. Really interesting. This particular Matthew tells us that they were in the region of Caesarea Philippi. There was a grotto there, and there was at some point there was a shrine set up to the god Pan, which is basically the god that would cover all that, and it was so all that was happening, and this was, in many ways, this place was considered the gates of hell. So with all that in mind, with all that history in mind, I'm going to read this, and I think it's kind of cool. Matthew chapter 16. And by the way, the information that I just told you, you can find on one of the Ray Vanderlyn That the World May Know videos. I thought that was very engaging. That particular one that he talked about, where this particular statement is made. Matthew 16, verse 13. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" "Well," they replied, "some say that you are John the Baptist, some say Elijah, and others say Jeremiah or one of the other prophets." Then he asked them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "You are blessed, Simon, son of John, because my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. You did not learn this thing from any human being. Now, I say to you that you are Peter," which means rock. So he's changing his name from Simon to Peter, rock. "And upon this rock of Jesus being the Messiah, I will build my church, and all the powers of hell will not conquer it." The original there is the original Greek there is the gates of Hades, or the gates of hell will not conquer it. "And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you forbid on earth will be forbidden in heaven, and whatever you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven." Then Jesus sternly warned the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. So some pretty interesting stuff found in this particular passage in Matthew chapter 16. And so Jesus is asking the disciples, what are people out there saying about me? You know, we've all been in there where we say, what are people saying about me? What do they think of me? And Jesus gets some very interesting answers. Some think that he's John the Baptist again. Some people think he's Elijah. Some say he's Jeremiah, and but Jesus says, okay, that's great. Um, um, that's great. But who do you say? Who do you say I am? And so we learned um, that Peter, we give Peter so much grief at times. Peter walked out on the water, but he stepped in it and sunk because he didn't trust in Jesus. Peter gives this wonderful answer. Peter denied Jesus 3 times after saying, I will leave and lay down my life for you. But here Peter says, you are the Messiah. You are the anointed one. You are the chosen one. You are the Son of God. And Jesus replied, yes, very good. You got it. And that wasn't revealed. That wasn't your own knowledge. We've been talking a lot about at church. We've been going through James, and we talk about the spiritual wisdom that comes from heaven and the wisdom that comes from the earth. And this was wisdom this is wisdom that was given from above, from the Father, and the Father revealed that. And Peter said, and Jesus says, you know what? And there's various interpretations of this next part where he says, from now on your name will be Peter, which means rock. Some say that this means that Jesus was appointing Peter as the head of the church. But I think the rock really here is not so much that Peter is the rock, but this foundation that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God. Upon this rock we will build a church, and the gates of hell will not conquer us. We are to go fighting, charging the gates of hell, and it will not prevail. And so I think that's a great. So there's as we think about the time we're in, we've got coronavirus going on. Everything seems to be in such upheaval, but to put our feet on the rock of Jesus, the Messiah, the Son of God, revealed to us through his word, revealed to us through his apostles, through his disciples throughout the ages. That's some pretty cool stuff. So let's think about that today. As we remember that Jesus is the Messiah, that Peter declared that Jesus was the Messiah, and Jesus said, yes, you're absolutely right. And so remember that we are called to build his kingdom. And no matter what we do, in the end, we win. We prevail. Hell will not prevail. Be encouraged. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord.